about what happened in the second and third part? I mean, I know that Decepticons tried to escape, but they failed because
all right.
Mirage.
Well, the podcast should be starting now, but for some reason it's like not popping up in my feed. There we go. Okay, I should be able to copy the link now. All right. Copy the link, and I'll just send that to you through Instagram DM. Here you go. So now you just put that out. Okay. Technical stuff is all taken care of. Welcome to Iacon Radio 1, the podcast that's a spin-off of a different podcast that I do. I'm Matthew premadecustominifigs. You might recognize me from that one time when I talked to Death Reviews for like an hour. Joining me today is my co-host, Yale, 97 Lego Maniac.
Hello, I'm 97 Lego Maniac. You guys might know me as Yale. And I gotta enter my tagline.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot I have a tagline too.
I gotta promote this on Instagram. Oh, do you think you can send me the link on Skype as well?
Yeah, I should be able to do that now. Hopefully.
I gotta take a quick picture of this.
All right. Yeah.
Instagram.
I'll have to send that. I'll have to do a real complicated thing and just send that to my email because I can't copy it from the computer thing because then I'd be switching over my account. So.
Yeah, because I want to use my phone to keep track of other stuff and use it for when I make customs, looking at reference pictures.
So I'm just gonna send it to myself now.
I think he's on Renoblist 98.
Hey, so. Now that we're done with all the technical stuff, mostly.
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you. Yeah. All right. So now we're done with all the technical stuff, pretty much. Let's actually get into what this episode's about. The pilot for the very first Transformers series. So.
The OG.
Yeah. Here, Yale. Here's the link, so that you can tweet it out.
Oh, sweet. Right. Okay, thanks.
So, yeah. Does anyone else remember how the whole thing went, or do I just cover all of it? Because I watched it. I just rewatched all of it recently.
I remembered. I think, Emerson and we talked about it yesterday on Skype, and we were talking about all the hilarious parts.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, you guys. Yeah.
How outdated it was. I think my favorite part, it still is probably when Rumble pushed Spike out of the way in the most pathetic way.
Yeah, he's just like
I just couldn't handle myself.
Just like, let go of my dad.
Hilarious.
Just let go of my dad. No.
And you're like, oh, sorry. No.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
He barely touches him, and he just like falls back into the water.
And you know what
I still think the best part was the sound that Megatron's fusion cannon made.
Oh, that classic sound.
Yeah, just like the sound like when something's getting sucked up into a tube.
I think my favorite sound is still Soundwave's dubstep voice.
Oh yeah,
that's still my number one favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't do it because I can't auto-tune my own voice naturally.
I could do it if I really wanted to, but I don't want to right now. Because that would involve me punching myself in the throat a bunch.
No. What it requires, you need a machine to actually perform his voice, because it's
to get the actual sound, but you can sort of get a really bad bootleg version of it if you just hit yourself in the throat enough. It's real weird sounding.
And
it's kind of bad.
This was the original Transformers. It's Optimus, Peter Cullen's voice back then, it wasn't as badass as the one we have today.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't as clean, I think.
Yeah, he kind of just sounds angry all the time.
Yep. And I noticed and Jazz has this weird southern accent, and then he kind of loses it later on. That's what I kind of noticed. Characters have different accents here and there, or sometimes when they never had an accent, it's just somehow just thrown out there for no reason.
Another kind of interesting thing that I noticed was especially in like the second episode, Pound kind of filled in as like what Bumblebee does, where he's just kind of like the middleman between the Autobots and the humans. Like it seems like at the very beginning they were kind of setting up Pound to do that, but then Bumblebee ended up being more popular, and so.
I mean, Bumblebee's always the most popular character, even like for like non-Transformers fan, they know who Bumblebee is.
Yeah, that's the only Transformer Ian knows the name of.
He doesn't even know Optimus.
I don't know, maybe he does, but just like anytime I start talking about Transformers, he always just says, "Oh, you mean that thing with Bumblebee in it?" Because he knows it pisses me off because Bumblebee is like, I kind of hate Bumblebee, you know?
Why? Because he got too many toys?
He seems like...
Yeah, it's...
Bumblebee seems like the
every Transformers line, you get like 5 Bumblebees.
Yeah, that happened in Dark of the Moon a lot, and that's why they didn't release the later waves, because like his toys kept shelf-warming. He had like 5 different varieties. I don't know. It's like really stupid.
And it's always just the same transformation. Like it's weird, even in the lines where it doesn't make sense for him to show up, like in the Titans Return stuff, you know,
oh, yeah.
where it's all based off of the robots with the tiny heads that pop off and become smaller robots. Even then, he's getting a legend
shows up.
I'm reading Bumblebee here. It's a Thrilling 30s, I think.
Oh, Thrilling 30 is actually a pretty good one.
Yeah, it's cool.
Like, right now, my favorite thing in the IDW comics is like the very end of Dark Cybertron, just because they killed Bumblebee in that.
Oh wow, I don't really follow the comics.
I think I might be the only one here who follows the comics.
Oh, doesn't he get rebuilt in the Goldbug in the comics?
Yeah, I don't read Transformers comics at all.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if he got rebuilt at all, but Bumblebee is dead in the comics, and so that's really great because.
Yeah. That's a false
Oh yeah, I have that one too. I found that in like a weird bookstore.
Reborn Customs, we are paying attention to the chat, but it's only you watching us.
Wait, this is live?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually live.
Hey, what's your channel name again?
Wait, who? Me?
Yeah.
Oh, this is like a spin-off podcast of another podcast I do. This is the DTTT podcast.
Oh.
I'll send you the link to the channel.
Wait, this is on YouTube, is it?
It's a YouTube thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
So yeah, anyways, let's we've talked enough about kind of dumb stuff for now. Let's try to go over the plot. Yale, do you want to go from the first episode, and then I'll just explain the other two?
Okay. What happened was Autobots and Decepticons fight each other like in every single Transformer lore, and we finally meet Wheeljack and Bumblebee, and they're delivering some stuff. I forgot what.
I think.
Just to make this clear, they're still on Cybertron at this point, because.
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah.
If you've never seen the pilot, you wouldn't know that. Or it's not really the pilot; it's like the series premiere.
There's one thing I like about G1 is the fact that they start on Cybertron first.
Yeah.
Show you what's going on.
Yeah, instead of it just being like Optimus Prime narrating over a picture of some planet, and then it blows up, and then weird meteors go
and then they're already on Earth. I mean, Transformers Prime is Cliff Jumper. You don't get to see Cybertron until later.
Yeah.
I'm sure, like, maybe Transformers Animated might have shown.
I think
Cybertron.
Actually, Transformers Animated started on like a meteor with a space bridge on it.
Yeah, they were just chasing each other in space. Okay. Like Decepticons and Autobots.
They didn't get to Cybertron until I think season 3, and that was only for like a couple episodes. And one of them was just one where it was Ratchet, and the Decepticons had taken Omega Supreme or something, right?
Oh yeah, that huge ship.
The big ship robot.
That thing was so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. All right. So, anyways. What happened when they got to the base?
Oh yeah, Autobots are like, oh, let's go, and then Decepticon's like, we'll follow them.
Yeah, they're the attention.
Oh yeah, you forgot to mention though that that Soundwave first appeared as a street lamp.
Oh yeah, that's like.
Oh yeah, oh my goodness, how did I forget that? A street lamp. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about.
Like, and if you have the retool of Blaster, you can actually get the new one, the Titans Return one, into street lamp mode.
Do you have Soundwave yet?
We're gonna talk about a lot about dumb alt modes later on.
There you go, street lamp mode. Look at this.
A blue and white
It's a Cybertronian street lamp right here.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, and then what happened was Decepticons raid the Autobot ship. They start fighting, more like pussy fighting. They're like clank, clank, clank.
Oh yeah.
And then they crash, and then 4 million years later, they Deus Ex Machina. One of the Seekers. What is his name? Thundercracker. Is it
Thundercracker is I think is the purple and black one. Yeah.
Oh
wait, Thundercracker's the blue one. Which one's?
Skywarp's the black.
Skywarp.
Skywarp. Skywarp woke up because Deus Ex Machina, and then he later revived all the other Decepticons. Ex Machina, starring Poe Dameron and an android. Anyway, moving on, and then later on,
it was Poe Dameron and the other guy. What was his name?
Oh yeah, who's General Hux.
General Hux.
General Hux was in the movie too.
Yeah. And also an android.
What else?
With the human face.
I don't know who played the android. I'm sure she's a good actress.
She is. She was actually really good in that movie. That was a really good movie. But it's not Transformers, so let's stop talking about it real quick.
Okay.
Deus Ex Machina, Skywarp wakes up.
And then he later revived all the other Decepticons, and they decided to
because of the computer. It was because of the computer.
They decided to go back to Cybertron, right? Yeah, it was like explore, and
repair,
stuff.
Explore, repair.
It was so ridiculous. I laughed at every single dumb moments. It's just great.
And a lot of the line delivery was really bad in it too, especially from Spike and his dad. And the people working at the dam.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
And and then Optimus Prime woke up because Starscream did something stupid, like Starscream always does. And then they decided, let's stop the Decepticon because kids cartoon. And the Decepticons decided to take a lot of resources as possible, so that way they can go back to Cybertron.
Yep.
So they just the plot.
They just go to a what was it? They set up base near some kind of power plant or something, didn't they?
Yeah, something like that.
They were
and
just
that's when Cliffjumper did something dumb.
I thought there were just some random telephone poles out there or something that they just stripped down and started using.
Oh yeah. Since I didn't say we're going to talk about dumb alt modes, Reflector, the 3 bots that combine into a tiny camera. What the heck? That's the stupidest idea ever.
I think actually the stupidest idea is weird space junk.
I mean, it's not like it's a movie camera or anything, or it's not like this
the camera on his head.
It's one of those camera with a little that has a little film coming out.
Wait, does he turn into a Polaroid camera?
Yeah, he turned into one of those.
It comes out just as soon as you take it. Is it actually a Polaroid camera?
Yeah, he pulls it out. I think Thundercracker takes a picture, I think.
He did. I mean, it makes sense because back then, they don't have advanced camera technology.
No, but Laserbeak has a camera on his head.
What?
Yeah, he has an advanced. Yeah, that's right. Laserbeak does have it's alien robots, so they're advanced.
Don't a lot of the cassette bots have those? I know in the comics, Rewind has a little camera attached to his head.
Oh yeah, Rewind. Morning Sally, I think. I don't know.
Rewind, the Autobot version of Rumble and Frenzy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
at least it's toy. Do you have the Legends Rewind?
No, the only Legends figure I have from Titans Return is everyone's favorite poet, Wheelie.
Oh, Wheelie.
I got it for $10 at a convention.
Nice.
I think the only Transformers toys I have is Sideswipe and Bumblebee.
Oh.
Both from Revenge of the Fallen.
Yeah, I really want to get a Titans Return Astro Train. That looks good. I want all this.
I have the Comic-Con version of. I actually have the Comic-Con version of Sentinel Prime.
Oh, that's nice. The translucent plastic.
Yeah. The thing was, on his head, the leg pieces were swapped around. His upper legs were backwards, and so his head didn't close up all the way. So I thought to myself, I can just hammer the pin out and swap the piece around. But then when I tried to do that, it's clear plastic, so it broke. So now I just have this with no head.
Dang.
Wait,
You know,
no,
one
like
toy that I
Headmaster.
actually want is Transformers animated Blitzwing. I actually want that.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. You know, they're actually going to be doing a new version of Blitzwing.
Yeah, Titans Return. They retool of Megatron. I want that thing.
I actually want the Megatron and the Voyager Optimus because those look really good.
Yeah. I just want to have a group
If only
with Astro Train.
Blitzwing appears in live action.
Hmm?
If Blitzwing appears in live action, dude, I'm automatically sold.
Blitzwing.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I don't care if it
I don't think that...
stars like terrible actors or actress, or even if the movie's still directed by Michael Bay. I just want to see Blitzwing. God damn it!
Yeah.
3 personalities.
Oh, the 3 personalities.
If he has 3 personalities, all right. If he has 3 personalities, I'm down with that because I thought that was kind of funny, and I found that funny when I was
That was
little.
like one of the best things from animated. Actually, was him having the 3 personalities.
I love the Starscream clones, so Slipstream and like yeah.
Oh yeah, the Starscream clones. My goodness.
Yeah, that was their version of the Seekers.
Yeah, it's just basically Starscream's different personalities.
Yeah, it's like that one episode of Teen Titans where Raven got split up into like a bunch of different people or whatever.
Yeah, pretty much like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I find it funny how we're supposed to talk about G1 stuff, but we're talking about
stuff
other than G1. This should just be about Transformers.
Where did we leave off in our synopsis? The Autobots had just woken up.
Targeted Decepticon base.
I think this was the best part of the episode. Actually, they all fly off, even though like none of them turn into jets.
Yes!
Like in the intro, they still have that in the intro. They all fly off into the title screen.
They all can somehow fly. I guess they're doing it because they couldn't.
None of them turn into jets. None of them have any kind of thrusters or wings. They can all just fly.
Megatron just flies. My goodness! And then you know what's funny? Megatron turning into a gun, and he lets Starscream to like shoot him and stuff. I mean, it's like
why would he let Starscream do that though?
Imagine Darth Vader transforms into a lightsaber, and then he lets a stormtrooper that he hates the most to swing him around. It's that lame.
Exactly. Another thing. Why did Megatron let Starscream stay around, even though he'd expressed that he wants to take over the Decepticons and kill Megatron?
Maybe Megatron just has a thing for Starscream.
He didn't outright say it.
Relationship.
It's weird.
More like an abusive
Transformers
relationship, I'll say.
Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
I was saying it's like an abusive relationship between Starscream and Megatron. They both hate each other, but they want to be together.
They're a really bad couple.
No, like Transformers.
It's like Joker and Harley situation there.
Yeah. But in Transformers Animated, it made sense because like Starscream never outright said he wanted to take over as the leader of the Decepticons. Yes. It's just like it was obvious to everyone. But he never outright said it
at the beginning. Like,
and he always just got sucked up to Megatron. But in this one, he just like
stood up to Megatron like once.
Yeah. Yeah, in that one episode where he died like 12 times. Does anyone remember that episode? He had like the Allspark fragment in his head.
Yeah,
and he just kept dying and coming back to life.
Yeah, my goodness. That was just so funny. And then he spent like a good amount, like half the season maybe, even when he was just a head.
Oh yeah, that was the best part. And then he finally built a new body. Remember, he finally built a new body, and then Megatron just cut his head off again.
That was like a head rolling around, like bouncing.
That was only one episode.
I think that was the best part.
I gotta rewatch Transformers Animated again. Like that was such a good show. My only problem is with most of the human characters. It seems like majority of their fillers. It seems like they make like characters like were ripped off from DC Comics. So you have like the Green Arrow guy. You got a girl who's an evil girl who has a pink unicorn. Some guy who runs fast just like the Flash. Like, what is all this?
Oh yeah,
is this Transformers?
Nanosec. I remember that episode.
That's him.
That episode, as a kid, that episode traumatized me because it's just like the guy ran so fast, he like
becomes old.
He grew old,
like disintegrated or something.
And for some reason, he's okay. Like few episodes later.
Yeah.
Like then they never explained it.
What about the ooze guy? What was he? The guy who was like a bunch of ooze. I forgot what his name was. Like an animated. Yeah, like goo or something. He like it's like I forgot.
Oh wait, isn't this like one episode when he tried to turn Arachnid back to normal, but then he was like, "Nah, fuck you." Isn't that the guy?
I think, I don't know. I forgot, yeah.
I think I know who you're talking about. I just don't know his name.
The only episodes I can remember with Black Arachnia are like her origin episode and then the one where she turned Wasp into Waspinator.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Wasp.
Wasp.
Yeah, he had, like, one point, like, before he was taken to prison.
He's just totally.
He was all fine.
It's weird though. He was just like totally sane, and then just like a.
And
like,
now he's
just like
complete like. Oh my goodness!
He's just complete nutcase. He's like, Waspinator will murder Bumblebot.
Oh my god! So I love when they try to tell them apart and they make him play video games because they switch paint schemes.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Wasn't that when he and Bumblebee switched bodies?
Yeah.
That was so hilarious.
Yeah. And he's just like still has all the mannerisms of Wasp. He's just like, Bumblebot will go and help the people or whatever. And it's like so obvious to everyone except for the people in the show that it's not him
because it's a cartoon. It's like you have to be dumb just for the sake of the plot.
You like the long arm sound shockwave, yeah.
Oh yeah, I have that somewhere. It's like in my closet somewhere, but I got that at a convention too. I don't have the gun.
Oh. Is it the normal version or the purple one?
It's just the gray one. The gray one.
I think I might need to go about now.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because you have an event.
Pre-made customs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your real name?
I'm Matthew.
Matthew Emerson. Oh yeah, I think I should go. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. See you, man.
Okay.
Good luck.
Have fun, guys.
Okay. So, anyways, back to the G1 episode that we're talking about right now. So they all fly to the oil rig, right? That's where we were.
Yeah, that's right, and that's when that's because then they need to build more resources. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm alone. Did it?
No, it's all right. Well, I was yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
So they get to the oil rig, right? And then that's when the best scene in the episode happens.
Yes, are you talking about Rumble and Spike? Are you talking about that?
Yeah, it's just
yes.
Let go of my dad. No.
Let go of my dad. Push. Oh my goodness, that seems like almost the most
really push him.
The best part.
This is about as much contact as they make. It's like he just kind of taps him, and then Spike just falls back into the water.
Just like all the fact, that's what I love about G1. They overemphasize so many things out of some little things. It's just comedic.
Yeah, like in the very next episode, Roller got buried in an avalanche, but you knew he was gonna get out fine, but still, Optimus just shouts like Roller! Like it's the worst thing that could ever happen to basically just R2-D2.
I mean, Roller isn't even like R2-D2. R2-D2 has a personality. Roller's just it's like an actual robot. Like I don't think it has any sort of intelligence.
No, that's another thing actually about this. A lot of the sound effects are just stolen from other things. Like some of the laser noises, or maybe it was, I don't remember when exactly it was. I think it might have been when the robot machine thing on the computer in the ship was fixing them. It made like the same sounds that the sonic screwdriver does in Doctor Who.
All the time, they really do.
And
I can't think of any animation errors off the top of my head.
Yeah, no, the animation was actually surprisingly solid in the first episode.
Now I'm just saying, like, if they made accidentally little funny mistakes that you probably wouldn't realize.
Yeah, but no, anyways.
Who knows?
So they stole the sonic screwdriver sound and used that for the computer. And Roller actually sounds like R2-D2. Like they actually stole sound bites from R2-D2, I think.
Oh man. I wouldn't be surprised.
So yeah. Then there's a fight on the oil rig, and then Spike's dad jumps into the water to try to save him, but then he can't, and so Optimus jumps in after them. And for some reason, he floats, first of all. Second, like a 20-ton robot can't lift, obviously just like some iron, like some lightweight steel or something. He can't lift that.
The fact that he's floating in water.
Right.
I did not realize that until just now.
Yeah, he's got to be like 20 tons, and he's just floating.
I mean, I guess the only explanation is,
magic.
I mean, later on they did explain that they're like, they're pretty much aliens, just made out of metallic forms. So I guess it's like organic metal, but still, it still doesn't make sense how they can just float with ease. Yes.
Yeah. So, anyways, then this is when we get into the. Hold on, just real quick. I gotta do something. I forgot to set my thing to do not. I forgot to set my Skype to do not disturb. So, Build Production has just called me.
Oh yeah, just to let you know, nobody's watching now. Everyone left.
Yeah, all right. We'll still keep this going because, I'm going to leave this up because we always just do all our podcasts live. It's easier than trying to splice together all the audio.
Yep. Okay.
All right, so then we get into the second episode, and this is where some stuff gets, super ridiculous. I already mentioned the thing about Roller, and that's, later on in the episode. But, another thing is, so it starts off, we don't even, start off with Optimus trying to save Spike and his dad. It's just it's, what's his name? Brawn, I think, is the one that turns into, the Jeep. Brawn and some other little guy. And Brawn has to cut him out of, the steel stuff, too. The same steel stuff that Spike and his dad are trapped in.
Yeah.
So that's, the very first thing you see in the next episode. Because, who cares about what's going on with Optimus Prime, the leader of the Autobots? Right? Who cares about that?
Yeah.
The cliffhanger of last week's episode.
In the second episode, didn't Optimus and Megatron fight on top of a dam?
Yeah, they fought on top of a dam for a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's when they introduced the infamous axe and mace. That was the most coolest part. That
was when they introduced the well-known axe and mace that were only used in one episode.
Yeah, and I don't think they used it that much later on.
I don't think they ever used it again until maybe the movie. Which at some point we should actually review the movie.
Yeah, because I don't think I've seen the movie actually, to be honest. I haven't seen every single episode of G1 or anything G1 really. I was more into the animated
either, so. Yeah, I haven't seen much of G1 either, so
Yeah. I think the last episode I remember I saw from G1 is probably the one when Shockwave was back again. That was it.
Oh. Yeah, I've barely seen anything from G1, actually.
They have to make a teleportation device.
All right. So, yeah, after that little diversion with Brawn and the other guy who might have been Cliff Jumper, but I don't think it was Cliff Jumper, then we finally get back to Optimus and Spike and stuff. And so then he's actually able to lift it up enough to get them out, which he said last episode he couldn't. Whatever. So he does that, and then he can fly, right? It's already established that they can all fly. But for some reason,
I think they toned that down in later episodes as the series progressed. Autobots, it seems like they couldn't fly anymore because they realized how ridiculous it is.
Yeah, but at this point he can still fly. So instead of flying, he needs to use Jazz's grappling hook to get out of the water. Now keep in mind, Optimus is a truck, and Jazz is like a little sports car.
That just doesn't work.
Exactly. So
there's so many things in these episodes. It makes completely no sense at all. But you just laugh it away because the fact that it's so ridiculous.
Right.
I think I'll have a much better time watching G1 if I was actually completely drunk.
Oh yeah, but too bad none of us are legal drinking age.
Yeah. I could drink if I go to parties and stuff, but I don't do that.
Because you're not social.
It's bad.
Oh.
Because it's bad for your health. Don't do that, kids. Don't drive as well when you're under influence.
Unless you really want to, then it's fine.
If you want to commit suicide, I mean, go ahead.
Well, I think at this point everyone's already left to do that, and that's why no one's watching.
Oh, that makes sense.
So, anyways, yeah. There's that. Then something happens, and they all end up back at the Autobot base. And Spike asks why they need to transform, and I think it was Cliffjumper maybe, or it was either Cliffjumper or Hound. He says, "Easy to disguise." But if you exist on a planet where people know you can transform into things, and you have the ability to transform into things that allow for transportation, how good is the ability to transform going to help you with disguise?
Yeah.
And don't say Soundwave's lamppost. I swear to God, don't say Soundwave's lamppost.
His lamppost. His infamous lamppost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then Hound
there's also a lot of mass shifting, too.
Yeah. So then Hound transforms into a Jeep, and they kind of drive around a little bit.
I think I do remember that scene, yeah.
Yeah. And so then, like, I forgot to mention this part, actually. Earlier on, Spike found Soundwave transformed into, like, a little
tape deck.
Significantly smaller than this, but basically this in blue, right? So he takes that, and it's got, like, he's seen the Decepticons before, and it's got the Decepticon symbol, like, right in the center, and he just takes that into the Autobot base.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. It's like their logos are also in their alt modes. It's like they couldn't figure it out. It's like, oh, so much for a disguise. I was like, oh, it looks like the Autobots wouldn't find me. Decepticon logo like showing right on their trunk. It's like, oh, what is this? Oh, it can't be a Decepticon herder.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like literally on every single one of them. You just got a big symbol like right on the hood of the car. So, right,
even the movies do that too.
Another thing, like the mass shifting thing, basically goes from a giant robot to something smaller than this.
Yep, pretty much. Even Megatron has a freaking gun.
Yep.
There's even with like something like small as a sports car, like Jazz, for instance, could somehow be a significant height than like Optimus. And this is like a giant truck to a little sports car. It doesn't make any sense.
Like, I mean,
that's why
it's kind of interesting though.
The movies a little bit.
Like even like the thing is though, like in the comics, they kind of explain how the mass shifting works. I don't remember exactly how it is. I think it might be going on Ant-Man rules, but you know, I don't really remember.
So they use pimp particles. They stole some pimp particles.
They stole even more. They stole so much more from everything than we even knew. They stole the pim particle too. They stole the pim particle. They stole their sound effects. Yeah.
They stole everything. Did they also steal like Iron Man's technology?
No, they still have to run on Energon. Which that's like what the whole thing's about. That's why the Decepticons go to the dam. So that they can like take power from the dam and somehow convert that into Energon.
Yeah, and then by that they can power their newly constructed ship and escape back to Cybertron.
Yep. So that happened.
But then that didn't happen because one of the Autobots was actually pretty sneaky.
Mirage. Which when I think Mirage, I think it would have been more interesting if he'd had the ability to if he had like the same ability that Hound, I think it was Hound, that Hound had to create.
Hound can make holograms, right?
Yeah, I think it would have been more interesting if he had the ability to like create a hologram around himself that made him look like other bots. Like I kind of thought that was where it was going at first.
I mean, I guess that makes sense because Mirage is more like because Mirage by definition it's like
hallucination
image, some sort. Yep.
Yeah. And I kind of thought that's where it was going at that point, like when Starscream revealed that he was planning on killing Megatron again, and like just pointed his arm cannon at him. It has a name, but I can't remember it.
But instead, Mirage just turns invisible.
Yeah.
By using this box hologram thing.
Yeah. So anyway,
which is funny. Mirage is always like, I want to go back to Cybertron. I don't want to live in Earth. But then he destroyed the one thing that could possibly take him back to Cybertron.
Yep. It's kind of.
I mean, I guess they're doing that for like character a bit, but it just feels like so half-assed. It just feels so forced and rushed. It's like there's like no correlation connection at all, so it doesn't really feel natural.
Yeah, I don't know. So, anyways, we're still on episode 2 right now. Fight at the dam. That's where we are right now. So the dam bursts. Optimus Prime and Megatron start fighting. One of them has to go and make sure that the water from the dam doesn't flood the nearby town or something, right?
Yep.
Okay. So they do that. Who was it? Was it Ironhide? I think it was Ironhide and Bumblebee, maybe?
I don't remember. Ironhide.
Ironhide was like a red man.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he is a red man.
Yeah, Ironhide was the red man.
He was also voiced by Peter Cullen.
All right, so yeah, I know for sure it was Ironhide. I just can't remember if it was Bumblebee or someone else. But they basically just like carve a river into the landscape to divert the water from the dam. So then there's that. And then they go back. Oh, another thing. Earlier on, they captured Ravage, who's like one of the little.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did.
Yeah, using. They said it was infrared, but it was just a flashlight.
Yeah. So, didn't they decide to? Didn't Hound decide to use a hologram as part of his plan against the Decepticons? Did that happen in the 3rd episode?
Yeah, that was in the 3rd episode.
Okay.
So then the Decepticons escape and they start mining for some kind of for rubies or something that they say they can use to convert into Energon. The Autobots plan to cause a cave-in to trap the Decepticons in that cave forever. They do the cave-in, but Roller, who's the little tiny car guy.
Yeah, the R2-D2 ripoff.
Yeah, that's part of Optimus Prime's trailer. He gets stuck in there. And so Optimus just shouts Roller real loud, and he gets hit by the avalanche, and he's stuck in truck mode. So then the very next episode, they unbury him, put him up on his wheels, and then he takes a long time to transform because he's damaged or something. So then the Decepticons break out, and then they go off and do their own thing. And then the thing with Hound happens with a hologram, and they basically just make a space station, and they let Ravage out with some information. They think this is going to work. They think they're going to be able to trick the Decepticons. But then the Decepticons end up just sending fake Seekers who are made out of springs and stuff.
Yeah, because they knew they were up to the Autobots had a plan to try to trick them, but the Decepticons were one step ahead of them.
How did they have enough time to construct those? Because it seemed like it was just a couple hours later.
Who, the Autobots building the base, or the Decepticons building the fake Seekers?
How did they make the fake Seekers in the span of 2 hours?
I don't know. I mean, this whole show is not based off any form of logic whatsoever. So I guess they're just making shit up as they go. So they're like, just deal with it.
Just
it's a kid's cartoon.
Magic. Just use the same magic they use to shrink.
The same magic they use to shrink. The same magic they use to somehow float in water and fly.
Yeah. Right. So then Megatron shows up and he says, "You fools! You thought we would fall for this and send the real Decepticons? But then he's there, and they could just kill him right there and then."
I just imagine he's like, "You fools! You think you can fool the and someone shoots Megatron right in the head."
So, yeah.
just like that.
Right now, all the actual Decepticons are at the real space station getting the materials to make the Energon or something. Oh, actually, another thing, like back in the first episode, another great thing is like everyone working on that oil rig, their first reaction, rather than like freaking out, is just or trying to figure out what the Decepticons are going to do, is just to throw rocks at them.
Oh yeah, that's right. They show like,
oh, hey, what the hell is that thing?
Just throw them. Dude, I'll be running like hell, like, away from them.
If if I was working on that oil rig and I saw a 50-foot tall robot with a cannon on its arm, I'm diving into the goddamn ocean.
I'm out. I'm gonna be like, fuck this, I'm out. I'm getting a new job. I don't want to deal with this.
See you guys later. I'm just gonna go now. I'm just gonna go. Dives into the ocean.
It's like, oh, I could have been like a doctor, but instead I worked in an oil rig, and look where that got me.
Work on the oil rig, they said. Giant robots won't kill you, they said.
I noticed that it seems like the Autobots and Decepticons, they have like aims of stormtroopers. First of all, Cliffjumper, he has like a freaking sniper, and he couldn't even shoot Megatron clearly. And it's like, and nobody could shoot.
Oh yeah, that part. I forgot about that part when they first
nobody could shoot anyone right? Clearly.
Right, I forgot. I completely forgot about that. So yeah, there's that. Anyways, so then they make the ship, and then all the Decepticons get in, and they just fly away. And then the bit we talked about with Mirage happens.
Yep.
And he jumps off.
And where the Decepticons?
Oh, and he
all the
uses a
Decepticons
parachute.
trapped on the ship.
Right.
Oh, he used a parachute?
He uses a parachute, but he can fly. They can all fly, but he uses a parachute.
Didn't all the Decepticons get trapped under the sea?
Yeah, and then like one of the last things
or something.
Like the very last thing that Spike says in that episode is like, "Oh, I'm so glad we're never going to see those Decepticons again," and then it just cuts to like under the water, and Megatron crawls out of the ship.
Well, Spike spoke too soon.
Yep. Oh, I just noticed something actually. Like in Transformers Animated, the Autobot ship ended up underwater, so I kind of like how they swapped that in the animated series.
Oh yeah, that's right. And I think, and they were also under stasis for quite a long time. Not like 4 million years, but
it was like 40.
It was like.
Oh, and actually, you know what? I just found this out the other day, but Spike actually appears in the animated series.
Seriously?
Yeah, did you ever see, like, he's kind of a background character. Did you ever see the guy in, like, the white and blue jacket with the brown hair?
No, I mean, I haven't seen animated in, like, years.
All right.
But that's interesting that Spike has a cameo. Or someone who looks like Spike has a cameo.
No, it is Spike, like, according to the wiki.
Yeah.
Here, see, this guy. Like, this guy. He appeared in the background a lot.
Dang, like, I don't remember that episode, but, man.
No, he didn't ever get, like, an actual episode. He just kind of appeared in the background in Detroit sometimes. Like, you'd see him in a crowd or running away from Megatron or whatever. See, that's kind of interesting. And he had, like, a family and kids, too. But I don't think he had a son, so that's different.
Maybe it's Sam Witwicky.
Okay, so what have we learned from all of this?
Things that seems really good back then, it can be super outdated now.
Yeah.
It is so outdated, like, my goodness. I mean, I'm sure if you like watch it as a kid, you will think it's like the best thing you've ever seen. But when you grow older and you look back, you're like, wow, this is actually not that good, but I still enjoy it because how ridiculous it really is.
Yeah.
That's kind of like me with Pokemon, like right now. Watching the original series, I'm like, this does not hold up whatsoever, but it is so entertaining to watch.
I've got it. I'll use my frying pan as a drying pan.
What was that a reference? Was that in an episode? Because I'm blanking out.
There was rain happening, and Brock didn't want to get wet.
Oh, I don't think I remember that part.
All right. No, I just saw a clip of it somewhere.
Oh, okay. I remember this one episode when you see Brock's eyes for the first time.
Wait, Brock has eyes?
Yeah, for some reason he was trying to make silly faces to this like baby Pokemon, but he ended up frightening it.
Yeah. The original
Speaking
G1
of
cartoon
Brock,
is not like a super well-written show, but it's still super entertaining.
it is, my goodness. It's like if you just sit down with a group of friends, like, hey, let's watch the old Transformers and just laugh at how ridiculous it is, you're gonna have a blast, I guarantee you.
Especially if you get drunk.
Oh yeah, especially if you're drunk or high, or if you're under any sort of influence.
Yeah.
Like it's a show for you.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Just
Another thing we learned actually, pyramid jets are very aerodynamic.
oh yeah, the Seekers, they were pyramids. And then what's so weird? They have cockpits. It's like, who's gonna ride? Are there any other living beings who are like smaller than Transformers on Cybertron who can just like ride on them?
Not on Cybertron, but I mean,
No.
they're the headmasters from wherever they're from.
Oh yeah, that's where the headmasters. But they weren't introduced like in the original. I mean, they were introduced like much later, I believe.
Yeah, like season 4. But that's actually a really cool thing about like the headmasters or the Titans Return stuff, is you can actually fit the little headmasters inside the vehicle modes.
Yeah, because that would make sense.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
I know like in Transformers Animated, they probably have the same issues where like, they somehow have cockpits in their Cybertron vehicle modes. I think except Megatron though. Megatron's always just completely weird.
Yeah, Optimus had that giant windshield.
Oh yeah, and I remember Ratchet. He had like tank treads.
Oh yeah.
On his Cybertron form. I think Prowl was some sort of a Tron motorcycle.
Prowl was basically just like Afterburner from the Technobots, but in black and gold.
Because I thought he was like a Tron motorcycle.
Yeah, that's basically what Afterburner is.
Oh, that is? Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot what.
Have you seen the Technobots actually?
No.
The Technobots are the ones that all combine into Computron.
Yeah, I see them now. Oh, they're combined? Oh, I didn't see them. Yeah, they're combiners?
Yeah. They're the combiners that were made by Grimlock.
Oh.
Because in one episode, Grimlock was like a genius.
I remember there's this one combiner. It combines into this like one robot, and all he does is like spew out calculations.
That's Computron.
That's all he does.
That's Computron.
That's all he does.
Yeah, man. I remember. That's the one I was just talking about.
I remember him in Mr. Sunday movies, like when he made his own like worst Transformers list, and he was on there.
Computron.
And what else? Okay, and then you have your OG like Bruticus and Devastator.
Yeah. Actually, the Combiner Wars stuff for Bruticus is actually really good. Have you seen the Combiner Wars Bruticus?
I'm gonna look that up. I might have, maybe.
Because that came out, I think, in either like the very end of last year or the very beginning of this year.
I actually haven't seen it, but the toy looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I missed out on a lot of the Combiner Wars stuff last year just because there was a lot of really good Lego stuff. But
it's
right
been a
now,
long time since I've been been into Transformers. It's been quite some time.
Yeah. I kind of bounce back and forth. Like, if there's not really anything interesting going on with Lego when Transformers releases some of its new stuff, that's generally when I'm on Lego and more focused on this kind of thing. So. And this year the gimmick is really good, and I really like a lot of the figures that are coming out. And honestly, like since after the Civil War stuff, I don't think Lego has put out any like outstanding sets this year.
Yeah.
I really haven't bought anything from like the fall lineup of Lego stuff.
Have you had the Doctor Strange set? I still haven't got that set.
No, the only things that I bought from Lego, like in the past few months, or I bought the $15 Ikimu set and then the $25 Umarak. And those are like
the last thing I bought from Lego was the Rogue One set. Like when I bought stuff on Force Friday.
Oh yeah.
That was the last thing.
Yeah,
I wanted to get the Doctor Strange set, but I just don't want to spend too much money.
Yeah, I wasn't all that impressed by it. It looks all right, but I don't know. I'm waiting for the new Lego Batman movie stuff because that looks really good.
Oh yeah, the Batman movie. Have you seen the trailer? The newest trailer?
Yeah, I did. I really hope they make a lot of the figures from that movie. Like, I really want to see an eraser.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I hope they do like collectible minifigure series, but for Batman.
What I think would be good is if they did like a collectible minifigure series for just some of the, minor villains and then a few bat suits. That way it's not all Batman figures,
It's a good thing they're having Polka Dot Man in the movie.
Oh yeah, Polka Dot Man, the best villain.
And I believe I saw a leaked photo of there's a Calendar Man and Kite Man.
Oh yeah, Kite Man. Actually,
I Hate Everything would definitely want to buy that figure, I'm sure.
You made a Kite Man. I made this months ago. It's just been sitting on my nightstand.
Oh my goodness, that's great. You should take a picture and send it and tag I Hate Everything.
Have I showed you my I Hate Everything head sculpt, right? Like when we were on that call with Sean.
I'm not sure. Like
I don't know. It would have been like a month ago. We were in a Skype call with Sean and Ian.
I was? I don't remember everything.
Oh yeah,
Oh my goodness! I think I do remember now. I think I do remember seeing that head. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I really want to get an Aquaman figure just so I could stick this on there, but I can't find my old Aquaman figure, and they haven't really released a new one yet. So.
Quickly paint it, because you should definitely take a picture and tag I Hate Everything. Because since he likes to share fan art, that could be one of them.
That would be a great fan art. Yeah, I'll have to throw together a quick Aquaman, I guess.
I've pretty much seen like most of his videos, and I don't think he has ever posted like a single Lego fan art of him. You could be the first.
I could be the first. That would be great. All right, so how long have we been going? This has been about an hour, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like a good amount for like a podcast.
All right. So thanks for watching Iacon Radio 1. I've been premadecustominifigs.
Oh, is that my cue? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. Let's try that again.
Okay, my apologies. I was distracted.
Yeah. Thanks for watching Iacon Radio 1. I've been premadecustominifigs.
And I'm 97 Lego Maniac.
We're not sponsored by Loot Crate. We'll talk to you again in 2 weeks.